applause. Please give a round of applause. You already saw the title of this video. You already know what's up. What's good, y'all? It's Mayday. And, you know, I couldn't start off Monday without talking about the elephant in the room. Or should I say bison? All right. This is... Wow. So much to say. But I don't want this to be a long video. You see what happened was, right? I was gonna go watch like the first episode and make this video. And then I ended up watching the entire thing. So yeah. And I'm just gonna give, I guess, my little 2 cents on the entire series. There may or may not be spoilers. I don't know. Yeah, let's just do the non-spoiler for right now, right? I'll say 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I had a little icks, but like I had to keep reminding myself, you know, this is the live action. You know what I'm saying? And overall, I think they did a good job. Now, I'm not sure how they're going about the progression. Like, that is the only part that confuses me. Like, if that was book 1, you know, I don't know, but we'll get to the next later. Now, spoiler alerts are coming ahead, right? Oh, you thought I was gonna use clips? Be for real right now. I don't need Netflix coming to sue me. Absolutely not. First and foremost, the characters did really good. So, you know, I gotta eat my words a little bit. And take back what I said about the tattoo. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you know, go watch that video and you'll know. Yeah, overall, the tattoo did look a lot better up close. It looked like an actual tattoo. So I take back what I said about the tattoo. My bad. And Azula, I don't know. I'm still on the offense about Azula. You can really like see her insecurity coming out, and like, yeah, that's great. But at the same time, I felt like in the series, the best part about Azula was that she carried herself in such a high demeanor that, you know, she didn't, like, you weren't aware of this, you know? And like, you were aware of it, but you weren't like she wasn't gonna let other people be aware of it. Her friends, like, hyping her up, like, that's great. It's a great friendship. But at the end of the day, Azula is the type of person to, like, step on people, you know? And point out your insecurities before you can figure out hers, you know? We'll see her get more progressively like worse as it goes along, which I think is actually pretty brilliant. So I have to wait and see when it comes to Azula. I think that they did a really good job of casting them, and you know, I really liked how the characters looked, because like you're very aware that these are kids, you know, and they have such like this immense amount of pressure on their shoulders, which is crazy. And when you really look at the series, because of the way the characters are like drawn, you know, it kind of makes you think like, oh, they're like young adults, or like, you know, like not like kids, but these are kids. Like, we forget that Aang is like a little boy, you know? And I'm really glad that, like, you know, they're not going too strong on the Aang and Katara romance, because like, he is like a 112-year-old little boy, you know what I'm saying? Think of characters that are cute. Sokka and Suki, yes, A1, but they kind of made Sokka out to be like kind of like, you know, a man and and not in like a good way. Like, I don't know, it's just the way that the progression was moving, because you know they had to pack everything in there. It was like this man was jumping from one girl to the next, and it's like, I get they were trying to make him seem like a womanizer, but it didn't translate like that, at least not to me, which I also thought was funny, you know. Yeah, good job. I especially like their narrative, like how they're flipping, like, you know, the whole Kyoshi warrior. And I know that people had their gripes about, you know, him not being misogynistic in the adaptation, but let's be for real. Like, you know, if you really wanted to see it, perhaps watch the original. I don't know what else to tell you on that. And there was misogyny in there, you know, that Katara overcame and mastered beautifully, you know, chef's kiss to that. And I also think that getting back to Sokka and Suki, how their relationship was, I like the way it was like portrayed, because, you know, she learned some things, he got humbled as well. He was open to learning from her. And I like how they flipped that whole, you know, scene, like the whole a man walking in on a woman half dressed just for like some weird like sex appeal. which I thought was very interesting that they kind of like flipped it, you know, on its head. And I know some people are gonna be like, oh, if it was the other way around, but like that's the point, you know. At least to me, you know, that was the point. If you want to go see like something like that, there's plenty of like TV shows and movies where, you know, you just have that. I felt like the double standard was the point. Like if you didn't get that, it just kind of, you know, went over. And like you also got to think about it from Suki's perspective too. Like she's never experienced like the outside world, or like, you know, I guess the men in a sense. So that was like all new to her. I like their relationship. I liked everything. I think it's a really good series, you know. They oh my god, they have a the weekend trying to redeem himself after that one movie. What was it, Idols? Or the TV show Idols, bro. No, that was hilarious. But I also really liked how they showcased Zuko, right? Because I was very like curious to see the actor, you know, because like we all know Zuko and his story arc. That's a very like big expectation for you to try to like, you know, build on, like to make that character into your own when he's like so established, and like he has such a deep like complexity when it comes to like his character and his growth journey as well. And I think so far the actor is really doing Zuko justice, which was something I'm worried about, but not like in a sense of I thought the actor was gonna do like a bad job or anything. It's just, you know, it's very big shoes to fill. But so far the way that they've like constructed it, the actors like acting and everything, like the way that they put the story together of his banishment and the troops and him earning that respect back from them, like I think it was very beautifully done. I almost shed a couple tears. Let's get to the icks, right? So this is just me being like super nitpicky, right? For majority of the icks, it was just like not all, right? But like every now and then some lines just felt kind of like forced, you know? And they weren't like the iconic lines that we've like heard. Those were beautiful. Like they're already ingrained in my brain. You can't really, it's really hard to up, you know? But I don't know, some of them, it was just like the way that like I think it was delivered, or maybe I just felt like it wasn't supposed to like be there. It was just kind of unnecessary. It's just weird. It just gave off a weird vibe. Not to say that like the actors themselves like still didn't do a phenomenal job. Like, you know, that was like the first episode, so like I was just kind of like, you know, seeing how it progressed through there. And to be honest, it did get better. So I felt like the first couple episodes there were a couple lines in there that I was just like, why? Or, you know, weird. Like it was just weirdly delivered. But that's just me being like nitpicky. Just had to hop on here real quick. There was two things that I did not address, and I'm like literally not even using my tripod for this. But one was, I'm not an actor, so like, you know, the lines they would deliver was probably really good. I personally could never act, you know, like that. I did a really good job. I just had to throw that in there. And then two, the bending was phenomenal. Like I wasn't worried about it because, you know, it's Netflix. If they do bending, then that's a problem. I felt like they were trying to take a swipe too at, you know, Shyamalan, and they were like just adding like bending that was so unnecessary just to show off, yeah, we got the good bending. Yes, the overall great, but okay, I'm gonna leave the video alone. You go ahead now. My other nitpick is that there were some things that I definitely wanted to see, but I didn't get to see. But, you know, I again had to remind myself it's a live action, you know, they compacted a lot in there, and they honestly did a really good job. I feel like they hit really well on the main points, and they also like blended it together. Like there was definitely a lot of episodes that were like merged into one, and you know, it really, you could really tell they really took time to highlight the key points that kind of made the character development, you know, for the story, and found a way to like weave them in beautifully. Sokka and like the uniform, you know, that was kind of iconic, you know, so definitely that. Towards the end, you know, General Zhao was like killing the moon spirit. He meets his demise ultimately by getting defeated by Uncle Iroh and Zuko, because he tries to take a swipe at Zuko, you know, behind his back dishonorably, and Iroh's like, nah bro, we ain't doing that. So he kind of like, you know, does what he needs to do. I felt like they should have let the moon spirit have that, and I don't know if this was a production thing, like it was just too much, like, you know, to like animate or something, but or maybe difficult to figure out because I don't know the budget and the parameters of Hollywood, you know. But I really thought that they should have kept the moon spirit like having to be like the demise. I know it was the moon spirit, it was the other spirit, but don't get nitpicky on me. It was that, and then one other thing. I really wish that Netflix, I know they have like that little episode block where they don't do like a full 10, they do like 6 or 8 sometimes, but I really felt like they could have done the extra mile and just, you know, taken maybe another extra 2 episodes. Now, I don't know how budgeting works for this. I don't know how expensive things are, but you know, this is the Avatar universe. A GoFundMe easily could have been at that stuff. I know that's probably not something they could do, but I'm just saying, like, there could have been a way for them to really stretch that out and at least give us the full 10 episodes. Not that what we didn't get wasn't enough, like it was, but I just felt like if they would have went with the extra 2 episodes, they could have really expanded on a little bit more of stuff. It could have been it to really bump that up to a 10 out of 10 series, at least for me. I feel like if I were to like just go, you know, and watch like the series like over again, like that's good, but if I wanted like a quick little summary and still get like the important things, I could definitely just watch like the Netflix series. Like it would be something that I would watch over again. Obviously go watch the original, because like, what are you doing? But yeah, if you haven't seen it, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and you know, get your Netflix account, get your friend's password, even though they're doing that weird little password sharing. The link will be down below for you to go check it out on Netflix and watch the trailer if you haven't, you know, if you still are not committed. But also, really, go watch the original show, also on Netflix. This is not sponsored, by the way. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm very sorry I couldn't give you like the clips, but again, I don't need Netflix on me. And if there are any copyright issues, you know, the description below for all the pictures that are used in this video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm actually very excited for the next Monday with Maydays. I have something pretty big and pretty, I don't know if you would call it stupid or obsessive or what, but yeah, I did it. I can't tell you what I did, but I did it. But I don't know, it's all worth it. But I'm gonna really take the time to break down what it is that I did and watched for you guys. So I'm very excited. That might take me a little bit longer because I have to figure out, you know, what exactly I can and cannot show legally. And you know, I'll give you a hint, it's not like of this country. It's not like a K-drama or anything like that either. So, you know, I don't know the parameters of like, you know, copyright when it comes to like, you know, other countries. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best to find an entertaining way to like, you know, tell what happened, because, you know, I really like explaining things and I'm bad at it. So this is also me practicing getting good at that. So yeah, I'm sorry for that in advance. But yeah, I'm very excited about it. That's it. That's the video. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think of the Avatar down below. And yeah, go watch it if you haven't, because what are you doing? The video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.